clicking on those key third down throws.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. Man open, that's Mark. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You've probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Mahomes now to throw. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 36. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. first catch on that one for Kelce, and it's a first down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd
Absolutely.
make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
He'll get this one to Kelce. That's complete. Touchdown! Travis Kelce with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here we go,
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
11.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Nothing our score after one.
Score, Chiefs 21, Raiders nothing.
This is 2nd and 8.
11, 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
This defensive unit ranks 3rd in the NFL against the run. If they keep making plays like that, they might move up in the rankings, but you got to like what they're doing. Plugging up the middle, able to run to the perimeter. People just can't do much against them.
And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Here we go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
65, 65.
Garoppolo now. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 28-0.
Raiders nothing.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
21. Here we go.
They'll run here. Abdullah. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Being chased out left. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mahomes to throw once more. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. On 1st down, Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chiefs open the lead up to 34-0. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a 2nd and 8.
White.
Once again, it's Jacobs. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On third down, it's Pacheco. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That one caught by Rice.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Shoves him aside. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
42. Raiders nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football. Not easily done in today's NFL.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Here comes Abdullah on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
To throw is Garoppolo. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Raiders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Mahomes now on first down.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by David Moore.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A very solid gain of 27.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 15 yards.
And the Raiders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score. Chiefs 42, Raiders 14.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it.
Their own 25-yard line.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And quickly they get to the line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chiefs.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
It's going our way, baby.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Mahomes going to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
And the offense, they'd really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Finding room at midfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. That ball caught. It's Rice.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Open man right side is Rice.
Touchdown!
Rashee Rice from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 75 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here we go.
2nd down and 3.
21. Here we go.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And all the way down to the 10-yard line. So they had him bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he comes back with one complete. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. Open man, it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. He's got it at the 2. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Mahomes now on first down. They'll be caught by Rice. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, 41 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an out.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Go ahead, go ahead.
And
go
just
ahead.
looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Garoppolo to throw on second down.
Mayer there to bring it in.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
So from the 37, here's a second down and 9.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Rice. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Rashee Rice.
57 yards.
And the Chiefs are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Raiders 27.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we
The
go.
Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but As you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way. Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? He'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And it's fielded at the 34. There he goes, right side. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
11.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long.
Oh, the slant connects with Devontae Adams.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 6.
And the Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10.